Hey, Shalom, Markins, Rakam, Akapasham, James London, giving all praise, honor, and glory to Yahweh, Bahashem, Yahweh Shai, Bashem, Chachvadash. Want to give double honors unto the elders, the apostles of GMS, and Shalom out there to the hopeful elect, preaching his truth in all sincerity. Back again with another video. I was watching the Elder Apostle Ramdar's video, as you see up on the screen, a little while ago, and he's just going into one of the things he's going into is to Zariak, and these guys, they're just adding new things and extra things into the scriptures that were never there, adding and taking away from the word, man, to fit their own agendas or whatever, man, because these guys have been falling off for a long time. And they I say, just bringing more and more stuff, man. They're losing focus, man. They've lost focus, these guys, man. Right? They're too involved with making money, too involved with unbelievers, right? And it's tainted them, man. Desire ain't focusing on what he's supposed to be focusing on. Okay? And so it's just leading them to go off, more and more off, just like the rest of these guys, man, because they're just distracted. Satan's got them distracted, man, in things, attached to this world. And like I said, it's a detriment to them, right? And the Lord's going to end up, taking guys out, man. If you don't get straight, that's what's going to happen to these guys, man. All right, so I just want to do a quick video, just based upon that, right? So I'm going to start here in Revelation chapter 22 and verse 18, right? It says, "For I testify unto every man, that heareth the words of the prophecy of this book. If any man shall add unto these things, God shall add unto him the plagues that are written in the book." Right? Great judgment is going to come upon these guys that don't get right with the Lord before judgment day comes. Those that don't repent, right? And like I was saying, Desire was teaching that you can cook on the Sabbath and things like that. It's just kind of undoing things that that were established before. And because it's convenient for them to do things like this, because obviously if you can't cook, sometimes you run out of time or whatever, and it's difficult sometimes to prepare. You got to actually think about what it is that you're doing, man. Plan for it properly and whatever. But this guy, they want to think less and less on things that they're supposed to be doing, right? And so they don't even want to have to think hard about, or I got to do this by this time, and they don't think make their life complicated. Maybe it gets in the way with whatever that he's doing. Who knows? Like they've done so much or said so much things over the years. I don't think I'll ever forget that when he was on that program with Polite, and he was talking about things greater than God, pursuing to business and things like this, making money, and that's what it seems to be with these guys, man. All these other camps, they're interested in making money far too much, man, and it's become a distraction. And that's why you end up saying stupid things like "there's things greater than God," or the second most powerful thing next to the Most High is the black woman, or something stupid like this. You know what I mean? It's just it's just ridiculous, man. Because hey, maybe it's affecting his money, maybe it's just affecting him making money, and he wants to make more money, and and the word is being diluted, for the sake of that. I say his focus is elsewhere, his attention is elsewhere, and he's trying to, be on point with that as opposed to being on point with the scriptures. It's like the scriptures are becoming inconvenient for him in some ways, and so it has to be changed up, has to be revised, right, for his own purposes. But this is what happens, man, when you surround yourself with guys, like-minded guys like that, because obviously the unconscious community ain't about the scriptures. They're about making money too, right? And being around them, presents them with a host of opportunities, some that are too good to turn down, man. I'm telling you, man, Satan is in the midst of the whole congregation, obviously, right? And it's tainting you, man. It's affecting you guys out there, you Israelites that are supposed to be, about this truth, man. It's affecting you, man. You shouldn't be around these guys, man. But that idea of making money is just too great, you know? But anyway, continuing on here, verse 19, and if any man shall take away from the words of the book of this prophecy, God shall take away his part out of the book of life and out of the holy city and from the things which are written in the book, right? You ain't going to have no place, man. You're going to end up being destroyed, man. You know? That's what's going to happen to these guys, right? We get Titus chapter 1, and we'll start from verse 9, right? It says, holding fast the faithful word as have been taught, right? He's another guy that was taught, came on this, elders and brothers on the GMS. He learned from us initially, right? Didn't agree with everything, obviously, especially when it comes down to the woman and their place in this thing. But largely taught by the elders and apostles and the brothers out there, right? But now all that's kind of changing, right? So it says, holding fast the faithful word as have been taught, that he may be able by sound doctrine to both to exhort and to convince the gainsayers. For there are many unruly and vain talkers and deceivers, especially they of the circumcision, right? And I said, these are the worst guys, right? These are the guys that know the Israelites that are teaching false doctrine. These are the worst types, man, because for a lot of things they sound right on. And so they sound believable, right? But we're supposed to be guiding our people to the truth, man, 100% truth. But you're throwing in things that are not expedient to this doctrine. That are corrupting the minds of your congregations, man. Okay, that are not letting them walk right with the Lord. Right? It says one of themselves. Well, that's what we wanted, man. No, verse 11. Whose mouths must be stopped, who subvert whole houses, teaching things which they ought not. Right? So, like, how holy or how sanctified is the Sabbath now? What can't you do now on the Sabbath? They already teach that you can have sex on the Sabbath, things like that. So, is the Sabbath even a holy day now? Is there anything special about the Sabbath? You just do what you want to do, cook, work, do whatever. Is it just whatever? It's not supposed to be, but it's, like I said, it's being watered down, man. It's being, desecrated, right? It's being trampled on. Okay, and these guys don't feel no way about it, man, because for one reason or another, like, they don't want to follow this. This is from Jude chapter 1 verse 16. So these are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lusts. Okay, Captain Desariak and guys like him, Sakari, Alizé, Deacon Akar, all these guys, Nate, they're all walking after their own lust, man. Their ego and their pride have been inflated so high, and they're making money and stuff like that. They're getting attention, and it's just leading them astray, leading them to do, worse and worse, and messing with the doctrine more and more. All right. So these are murmurers, complainers, walking after their own lusts, and their mouth speak of great swelling words, having men's persons in admiration because of advantage, right? So, like I said, you figure that, being around these unconscious goons, that it's advantageous to you when it really isn't. Yeah, you're around, more people, right, to say your shit to, right, to make business opportunities. Yes, you could make more money. But it's not advantageous to you to be around these dudes, evidently. Because you're becoming more like-minded, you're becoming more like them. Those that are lacking faith, those that don't believe, those who are more focused on just making money, that are really about this world, right? That's what's happening. You're falling back into the world. But at the same time, still clinging on to, your Hebrew Israelite identity and the fact that you're supposed to be this, top teacher. But really, you're falling back into the world, man. You know, it's 2 Corinthians chapter 6 verse 14 says, "Be ye not unequally yoked together with unbelievers. For what fellowship have righteousness with unrighteousness, and what communion have light with darkness?" And that's why you don't see, like elders apostles to tell you, man, look, we got no business being on your shows and hanging around you guys, having cookouts and invite you to Passovers and all this kind of shit. We have no business with you, man. We haven't got nothing in common, right? So we ain't no business, being around you, man. But you guys seem to spend a lot of time on their programs, on their shows, right? You know, and like I said, it's brought you different opportunities, man, and you don't really want to let those things go. Give you a bigger platform to be on or whatever, you know. But we ain't meant to be around them, man, because they're rubbing off. That it's just like it's always been this way, right? Israel, when they get close to the heathen, right, to unbelievers or whatever, we go astray, right? It's always been like this, man. Following the ways of the heathen, right? You don't want to be around these dudes, man, because they ain't right, and they're only going to teach you bad things, right? They're only going to teach you bad things, man, right? And you don't want to be doing the bad things. Okay, you want to be doing the right things, right? So you want to stay away from these dudes, man, that are bad influences. You know, this ministry is not about our self gain. It's not about making money. It's not about none of these things. This is about the truth, man. This is about serving Yahweh Hashem Yahweh Shai. That's what it's about. You know, so we don't need these clowns. We don't need their platform. We don't need shit from them. Don't need their acceptance, their likes, or, their community, their brotherhood. We don't need none of that shit from them. Okay, we got our own, right? Those of us that are like-minded. That's who we hang around with. That's who we surround ourselves with. Those that are like-minded to us and to our cause, Our interaction with the heathens are really supposed to be minimal. And like I said, we go to work and we see heathens, we might say hi, and you get your boss or your colleagues or whatever, man. But it's minimal, man. It's very minimal. But it's like these men have become like close friends to you, like yeah, it's my buddy Sarnetta. Okay, yeah, we're gonna go on a talk show. We're gonna do a chat. We're gonna do a debate. Close ties with these dudes, man. And it's not meant to be like that. Verse 15. And what concord have Christ with Belial? Or what part have he that believeth with an infidel? And what agreement have the temple of God with idols? For ye are the temple of the living power. As God hath said, I will dwell in them and walk in them, and I will be their God, and they shall be my people. Right? Wherefore come out from among them, and be separate, right? Saith the Lord, and touch not the unclean thing, and I will receive you. Can you being sullied by being around these dudes, man? You're mental, he's all being messed up. All right? And to get away from them. This is Luke chapter 6, verse 24. But woe unto you that are rich, for ye have received your consolation, right? And this is the problem. These guys that are infatuated with becoming big, making money, like that's supposed to be a part of the ministry. Like that was like a major thing to the teachers, right? That wasn't really a major thing, man. They obviously helped each other out, with charity and stuff like that. So people sold what they had and made a treasury and all that kind of stuff, man. But as individuals, our focus wasn't about making money, But these other camps, like AYC, Sakari, even, right? The merchandise, all the selling, all this shit, right? Fucking possible, fucking tickets or whatever, right? It's all money making, man, and the focus is shifted on making money, becoming popular and making more money, getting on a platform and getting more money. We gonna do TV shows. We gonna make rap videos. We gonna make movies. We gonna have business. I'm not saying you can't have a, little business, man, but it's like your focus is it's not on this word, right? The scripture speaks about keeping your eyes single, right, and seeking the kingdom of heaven first, and all these things shall come unto thee, man. This work is our priority, right? But you people out here are not content with, just simply doing the work. You want to gain some reward for doing this work now, and that's just not really going to happen, man. And it's not going to happen if you're going to, commit yourself to this work faithfully and truthfully and in sincerity. You're not going to get that reward. But guys out there, they're looking for a reward in this world, and that's why making this money makes it worth it, right? But we're going to receive a reward, man, and it will be worth it, man. But it's not something we have to, mess the word, sully the word with to achieve. Just concentrate on teaching and, teaching this word. We'll receive in due time, man. You just have to be patient. But like I said, anyone that's trying to gain in this world, man, you're gonna receive a consolation prize, man. But it's gonna pale in comparison to the kingdom, and in the position in the kingdom, you're gonna fall short. Isaiah 56 and verse 10 says, his watchmen are blind, they are all ignorant, they are all dumb dogs, they cannot bark, sleeping, lying down, loving to slumber. Yea, they are greedy dogs, which can never have enough. They're not content with their situation with just being a teacher, just doing the work. They have to do something else that makes this worthwhile, man. And if they have to, edit the doctrine in order to receive that reward in this world, then that's what they be doing. Make leagues and alliances with unbelievers and whatever. That's what they're gonna do, man. And they are shepherds that cannot understand. They all look to their own way, everyone for his gain from his quarter. Then this is all become about you now, about yourself, and just you. Not about the Lord, not about the Most High, not about this word. Right? It's become about you. And that's been a common thing from these other camps. It's all about them. It's all become about them. And their ambitions, their lust, their desires. It's taking over. Right? It says, come ye, say they, I will fetch wine, and we will fill ourselves with strong drink, and tomorrow shall be as this day, and much more abundant. They're looking to increase. increase. That's what they're looking to do, man. Expand. That's what they want. Okay, we just want to do the work, man. We just want to seal the elect, and that's it, man. All right, I'm going to close out with this. It's Revelation chapter 2, verse 3, right? It said, has born the... let me read up. Let's read from the top, right? Unto the angel of the church of Ephesus write, these things saith he that holdeth the 7 stars in his right hand, who walketh in the midst of the 7 golden candlesticks. I know thy works, and thy labour, and thy patience, and now thou cannot bear them which are evil, and that thou hast tried them which say they are apostles and are not, and have found them liars, and has borne and has patience, and for my name's sake has laboured and has not fainted. Right? I think they're still teaching the name of Yahweh Hashem Yahushai. Right, and for all intents purposes, like Elder Apostle Rama said, he was kind of a good guy. He was kind of a good teacher. He was kind of diligent and whatever. But something's gone wrong. Something's gone wrong along the way. Right, you're not the same guy as you was back then. Right, and now you come in with all this other talk, all this other bullshit. Right, you ain't on fire like that no more. Right, you're not sticking to the guns. You're off delving into different paths. Right, because I say that that money is getting to you, man. These heathen are getting at you, man, messing you up with your spirit. Right, but it says verse 4, Nevertheless, I have somewhat against thee, because thou hast left thy first love, right? Our first love is meant to be this truth. This is what's meant to come first before all things, right? But it's, like I said, it seems that you and guys like you have become distracted by the other things around you, man. Being tempted. These things are temptations to you, man, and they're distracting you from what you're supposed to be doing, like fully. You know? Verse 5, remember therefore from whence thou art fallen, and repent, right? You gotta repent. These guys have got to repent, man. They're not on the right path. They have to repent. Okay, we all have to repent, man, but they gotta repent because they're not giving diligence, they're not teaching this truth as they're supposed to be doing. It is not their focus anymore. They're not focused on it anymore. Okay, they're being distracted by all these other things. Right? They've left their first love. Right? It says, repent and do the first works, or else I will come unto thee quickly and will remove thy candlestick out of his place, except thou repent. And that's what the Lord's going to do, man. The Lord's going to end up ripping a lot of you guys out. Taking away the candlesticks, man. You know, these guys that are out there, you know, believing that they're doing the work of the Lord. The Lord's just going to take you out the game, man. You know? And it's like we continuously warn and rebuke, these other guys, man. Because if you repent, then that's great, man. That's great. You know? Like we mentioned before, none of this is ever personal. But it's just a matter of, defending the gospel. Right? And if brothers repent, man, that's a good thing. It's a great thing. But the way things are, the way things stand, man, it don't look good for these guys out there. You got brothers having dreams about certain men, dropping dead and all kinds of things, man. So it's not, and we're in the time now, like, shit's about to go down, man. We need to be focused on this, right? And so that includes all these other camps out there, right? But some men are too interested in building an empire for themselves, Like Desire said, things greater than God. So he's wherever that is in his mind that's what he's targeting right now. But since there shouldn't be anything greater than God, this is not it's not a good look. All right, but I'm just gonna end it there. Just my thoughts on that and it. So, Lord, this has been edifying, and I'll catch you, brothers and sisters, on the next video. So next time I say shalom.